next up, it's finally happened. Kevin Feige probably had to be at least some sort of like talk down from fist fighting people at Disney to make this happen. Like,
oh, he's stuck chained to a wall in black and blue. He's been beaten.
it's
Honestly,
I can't believe this happened, but it is happening. Black Widow officially day and date with theatrical coming to Disney Plus.
a slight delay. Slight delay.
I mean, July isn't honestly bad because we're looking now already. Godzilla versus Kong is tracking pretty impressively, so like things are looking rather good. And I'm honestly just shocked that like Marvel Studios is gonna do this, and by then they're gonna have at least 110 million subscribers probably. If they, if you do the math, if they can convert 20% of their subscribers to pay $30, this might be the most profitable comic book film, like one of the most profitable that Marvel Studios is ever going to put out. Like that, it's that big. So it's, I'm
Because
interested
what
to see.
confirms as well is Raya and Mulan didn't do too bad.
No, they did not.
Because they wouldn't do this with this. Raya probably cost like 200 million, I imagine. So did Mulan, but to do it a third time with your biggest property after two tests, it's doing fine on there.
Yeah. On which
I was it's just got the hype machine behind it, just for name value alone.
Yeah, it's sort of like, it puts it in an interesting position as well, because we have Falcon and Winter Soldier right now. Then we're moving to like a month off, which is going to be kind of nice. And then Loki starts, and literally the week after Loki, we're going into Black Widow. And it's nice because it's in that July position where by then we're already looking at a pretty decent like amount of theaters reopening and capacity being slightly up. And this whole Disney Plus push as well is, I think, going to be a big one because, I mean, it is that point of, do I want to go to a theater now, or do I want to just pay the $30 and have 6 people over and save some money? And I think with Raya, which I did buy, obviously,
Same.
like I really enjoy the hell out of it, and I had family over, and there was like 7 of us watching this, and I'm like, yep, this is it. Like, it was kind of nice. I'm like, dude, the fact I'm going to be able to do this with Black Widow now is pretty awesome that they finally saw the opportunity here. And I get it. Kevin Feige's been saying, no, it's a big screen thing. That's the way it should be viewed. But at this point, like, and we talked about this last week, I was told by quite a few people that the delay was coming again. And they put it outwards to mid-September. And once we started to see other movies shift into that position, we were talking like, look, they're going to have to drop it in. July is honestly good because it gives us that nice window of the next like 2 months to see how other films do. Like, because films are still moving up now. Like, that Saw movie, Spiral, that actually bumped up to like May because nothing else wants to release. And if there's enough, Spiral's probably going to make a pretty decent amount of money, all things considered. So it's looking good, honestly. Like, I'm excited again.
So I just like that I won. No, people are like, oh, stop embarrassing yourself. You're never going to get on the streaming. Yeah, well, it might have taken a year, but it happened. It happened. And that's purely because like UK cinemas aren't open yet. They want to do it, I think, in May, mid-May, mid to end of May. But there's Europe's currently in a third wave. I think Italy and someone else has gone into lockdown again. In fairness, they are very badly fumbling this whole vaccine thing, and UK might as well because of the whole EU stuff. So we're going to see how that pans out. So if that doesn't happen, if theaters aren't open over here, they've still got Disney Plus to fall back on.
Exactly, and I think that's probably what they were waiting for with this, is more markets to have Disney Plus so they could offer this as well, because it just sort of lines up with that type of strategy. And a part of me wants to like see what their projections are, and we know that obviously analysts are going to come out and be like, hey, here's what we think is going to happen, but still it's one of those unknown factors, right? Like
I say this is the worst part of everything, because we don't know numbers. We're never going to know numbers.
Yeah.
Netflix always hiding like their viewing figures and everything, going, oh, we had 12 million people watch the first minute. Like that's not anything. No, that doesn't count. Like, this isn't YouTube. You're not going to get like $1 from a minute. Like, what's going on here?
Right. Yeah.
So they're never going to be accurate. Even now with the Snyder Cut and Falcon, it's like, well, which one? What's the actual numbers? Like, can we find out? But
yeah, and that's sort of like one of the big factors. Like, we just don't have any sort of idea, like, what it's going to be. And again, maybe this thing does. It does so well that they're like, hey, guess what? 110 million subscribers, 25% bought this for $30. If that happens, they will announce that because, I mean,
oh yeah,
like, come on.
So if there's any movie that's going to be the big one where they announce how much money it made, it'll be this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a huge factor, and like I mentioned before, like if you start looking at how things are going, like Godzilla vs. Kong is already like about to release and slowly roll out across the planet in the next week or so. That's tracking pretty good. Like, all things considered, you're looking at that, you're like, well, where we're at, where the world stands and what we're doing, the fact that they're saying 70 million internationally for Godzilla vs. Kong is damn impressive. Like that,
which is odd because we're not getting it for like a month on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because we're not getting it right now, at least for the UK anyway, because nowhere's open to show it. But I know the streaming release is a month later, and it's just like, well, what are you doing? I don't understand why the Justice League was shown on Sky Cinema here. Yeah, everything else we having to wait a month, but the Justice League was day and date with everything. I don't get WB's scheduling.
It's
thinking behind all this. It's dumb as hell.
Well, the thing is with Black Widow, we'll know soon. We'll talk about it. Predictions are sure to start coming out after some of these other blockbuster movies like Godzilla vs. Kong and Mortal Kombat come out, and we see what they do at box office. So we'll have a cleaner picture of what the outlook looks like for Black Widow. And you brought it to the whole WB thing, which I guess we can just go to that because WB is in a